The candle is also, it's going to be not a clicker like I thought.
Oh, good.
It's going to be one of these sticks.
I'll do the microwave. Yeah.
Sometimes I think these were stone. What's that? Why did I think these were stone? I'm thinking of another chapel, I'm sure.
Maybe from the St. Kate's one?
No, I don't know.
Hi, Jean. Welcome. Look at you in your green. So happy. Welcome.
Good to see you again. Yes, good to see you. May I leave this here?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a little pocket here, or you can put it here, or but people will be flipping through this, so probably behind here.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Were we supposed to memorize? I'm a terrible memorizer. I sort of memorized it, but it's right here.
Yeah, good.
In the pocket.
All right.
And it's not going to light the candle.
Yep, and there's little sticks back there, so you take a stick. Put it out. Awesome. All right.
This is where I spoke at Ann O'Neill's funeral.
Oh, well,
And then going down is a little trickier because it's that down.
I don't like your hand on the first time. No. And then we'll do the repeat at the end. Okay. But we don't need to do the.
Go ahead and test your audio.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Andrea?
I could hear you when you spoke, so I don't know what's happening.
Cheryl, I can't name myself, rename me as Hillary. I'm stuck as Carol.
Yeah, it looks like I'm not a co-host, so I'm unable to do that, but if Andrea makes me a co-host, I could do that.
Okay.
Hillary,
Yeah,
do you have a little 3-dot thing up in the upper right of your screen of your
That-
picture? And
it's
it doesn't have rename in it?
oh, there you go. I got it.
All right.
There it is. Super. I was looking in the wrong spot. There we go.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay, I'll mute now.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? So it's great. We're a little echoey here in the chapel with my computer, but I just wanted to welcome you. Thank you, candidates and candidates and new consociates being welcomed. If you have any questions, just type them in the chat, okay? And all is going to be well. Are you all doing well? Oh, here's my face. Okay. All right. I'm going to sign off on this computer, but the computer that says Lori, she, her, that's Lori True, the ritual and liturgy person, and she will be on Zoom and she'll be able to answer any chats or questions that you have, okay? All right.
down your love, God of life. Faithful and true is the wisdom of God. All of God's goodness so grand to behold. God's mercy falls like the dew of the morn. Full of God's love is the earth. Rain down, rain down, rain down your love on your people. Rain down, rain down, rain down your love, God of life. We have been called to a new way of life. Love without questioning, love without strife. God's mercy calls us to walk side by side. Filled with God's love, we abide. Rain down, rain down, rain down your love on your people. Rain down, rain down, rain down your love, God of life. God of creation, we long for your truth. You are the water of life that we thirst. Your mercy lifts us to follow and serve, filled with the grace of your word. Rain down, rain down, rain down your love on your people. Rain down, rain down, rain down your love, God of life.
Please be seated. Welcome, friends and family, and our CSJ community of sisters, agrégés, friends of St. Joseph, partners in mission, consociates, and of course, candidates. My name is Cheryl Barrett, and I am a consociate and serve on the Consociate Leadership Collaborative, as well as director of Sarah's and Oasis for Women. We are blessed to have people joining us from many places and in our many different ways here in the chapel, over Zoom, through our CSJ YouTube live stream, and via the Carondelet Village broadcast. So we thank you all in advance for your patience and flexibility. Welcome to you all, wherever you are celebrating and from whatever time zone you find yourself in. It is good to be together and to welcome our new CSJ consociate candidates and to celebrate our newest CSJ consociates. Tonight, we have with us our province leadership team, Mary Catherine Rosengren, Catherine Rossini, and Jill Underdahl, and council members Lily Long, Sharon Howell, Meg Gillespie, and Chris Ludwig. We also have the Consociate Leadership Collaborative, which includes myself, Fran Rusciano-Murnane, Kathleen Olson, and Rita Quigley, and council members Betty Schindler, Michelle Moran, Mary Ellen Foster, and Jill Garcia. Our prayer leaders are Rita Quigley of the Consociate Leadership Collaborative and Jill Underdahl of the Province Leadership Team. finally, a warm thank you to our music and ritual leaders.
Good evening. Please stand as you are able for our opening prayer. O great and holy mystery, on this feast of Saint Joseph the Worker, we gather in your presence to celebrate the commitment of 7 new consociates and to welcome 2 new candidates.
O great lover of all life, come among us as we give thanks for the gift of this gathering, for those able to join from near and far, for those in this chapel, in their homes, maybe their bedrooms, and more.
In the joy of this Easter and springtime, we raise up those whom you have called to join and accompany this CSJ community.
With hearts open wide, may we lovingly receive them and the gifts that they bring, so that together we may be strengthened to move always toward profound love of you and love of our near neighbors without distinction.
We ask this prayer in the name of your Son and our brother, Jesus. And so let the community say, Amen.
Please be seated. A reading of the Consociate Spirit Statement. Stimulated by the Holy Spirit, we move in communion with the Sisters of St. Joseph and Consociates toward profound love of God and neighbor without distinction.
We are fire builders, inspiring and supporting one another to bring our gifts. The source of our flame is the everlasting love of God.
We are peacemakers engaged in a troubled world, confronting unjust systems of power. Although we are challenged and tested, we seek to be authentic, vulnerable, grateful, and hopeful persons.
We are co-creators of a loving community of courageous leaders and collaborators. We commit to living the prophetic mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph and embrace the challenges of living right relationships.
With sincere prayer, we call on holy wisdom to guide our every step.
Good evening. I'm Joan Polly Schneider of the Membership and Association team. And as Jill shared in our opening prayer, tonight we are blessed to welcome those beginning their consociate candidacy with the Sisters of St. Joseph and Consociates of Carondelet. I have the honor of inviting Colleen Corrigan and Anna McCollum to be welcomed into the CSJ community as candidates. Colleen is joining us via Zoom from Duluth, and I invite Anna to come forward.
Sacred is the call, awesome indeed the entrustment, tending the holy, tending the holy.
Colleen, you come to us with the desire for community, to deepen your spiritual life, and to work for justice. We are glad you are here. In the name of the community, we welcome you as consociate candidate. May this plant be a gift symbolizing growth and a life-giving energy on your journey with us. Anna, you come to us with the desire for community, to deepen your spiritual life, and to work for justice. We are glad you are here. In the name of the community, we welcome you as a consociate candidate. May this plant be a gift symbolizing growth and a life-giving energy on your journey with us. P.S. If the plant dies, that's not at all predictive.
We are grateful to our new candidates for all that they will bring to this community. And we are grateful for their companions, Mary Louise Menenheim and Peg Schwendeman, who will accompany these new candidates as they participate in community activities and discern their call to share our mission.
Sacred is the call, awesome indeed the entrustment, tending the holy, tending the holy.
Good evening. My name is Andrea Pearson Tandy, and I'm privileged to work with the people in consociate candidacy. These consociate candidates have been praying and studying the charism and mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph and Consociates. At the recommendation of their companions, the consociate contact team, and the consociate council and the province council, and pretty much everyone who's met them, of course, I'm pleased to present these 7 candidates and invite them to make their commitment. We asked our new consociates to answer 2 questions. What are you seeking? And what do you bring? These were the questions offered nearly 40 years ago to the first groups of consociates making their commitments in this very chapel. And they are the same ones we offer today. Now, we will begin the process of asking individual candidates to make their consociate commitment. Each candidate will step forward if they're here in the chapel, or unmute themselves if they're on Zoom. So let us begin. I'm going to call people forward alphabetically by their last name. So first of all, I invite Jean Bain to make her commitment. Hi, Jean. Hi. Jean, what are you seeking and what do you bring?
Hi. I'm getting some waves. Excellent. I seek to be a member of a community that loves deeply, acts justly, and sees hope in places where hope can't yet be seen. I seek to belong to this community that I have learned to love for more than half a decade. When I first stepped into the Ad Center for an interview, I felt like this was the job and the community I had been longing for. Over the past 5 years, I have had the deep pleasure of laughing with, sharing meals, and arguing with many of the Sisters of St. Joseph. I want to continue to be here and to belong. To this community, I bring my hope in both the possible and the impossible. I bring a deep respect and compassionate skills in supporting the aging process, the end-of-life process, and even the process of living and dying with dementia. I bring my deep love for the community and sometimes my frustration. I bring stories of reading poetry with Sister Mary Virginia, watching late-night TV with Grace McKigney, and singing songs with Sister Mary Martin in the years that I worked at Carondelet Village. I bring all of who I am and know that who I am is enough. Last month, I felt held in prayer by all of you when my nephew died unexpectedly. I continue to feel so supported in my grieving process. I am not alone. I belong. I am of community. For that, I bring my gratitude and my heart to all of you. Thank you.
Gotta ask you a question.
Oh, my questions.
Jean, will you commit yourself to live the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet and Consociates, to love God and neighbor without distinction in the context of your life and responsibilities?
I need to say, oh yeah.
Jean, we will hold you in the light and walk with you as we welcome you as a consociate of this CSJ community and affirm the sacred call within you. So now
We will hold you in the light and walk with you. Come into the light of God. We will face your fears with you. We will share your dreams with you. Come into the light of God.
I invite Marcia Berry to make her commitment. Marcia.
You want me to do that first?
No. Oh, gee. What are you seeking and what do you bring?
Thank you. I would like to start with a different question. How did I get here? Some of you know that I went through the candidacy program with the previous group of consociates, and many of them are here tonight. It's so good to see all my fellow candidates. And last year, I made the decision to not commit to being a consociate. I felt very clear. It felt like the right decision. I joined the Friends of St. Joseph, and it was a good year. So what changed? It started by eating popcorn on the Pride bus last June. And then there was Bread and Roses, the Justice Commission, and stirring the fire. Or maybe it had really started years and years ago watching Sister Bridget McDonald greeting all of the cars driving across the Lake Street Bridge, as and many of you remember this, as the rest of us walked across the bridge with our anti-war protest signs. And certainly last week's email, We Are Carondelet, that urged us to call our senators and ask them to vote yes for the ERA, sealed the deal. If you want details, I'll share them later. So what do I bring? I bring a lot of questions. Or maybe I should say, I bring an inquiring mind. At my core, I am an educator, and learning is very important to me. I bring energy for justice work, and I bring a unique perspective. But then each of us has a unique perspective. And it's all of our unique perspectives flowing together, being together, that come together and join as we seek love for all of our neighbors. And what do I seek? You know, I'm really good at doing, and I plan to continue doing. But at this point in my life, I'm really seeking being. That deep, that quiet place inside. To gather strength, to be able to go and do that outward work. That eddy at the bend of the river, where the water is still and quiet, floating, taking deep breaths, breathing gratitude, breathing blessings, until it's time to go again out into the flow with all of the CSJ community as all of us work together for a more just world. And to reflect on the chant that we often use, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still, be.
Marcia, will you commit yourself to live the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet and Consociates, to love God and neighbor without distinction, in the context of your life and responsibilities?
I will.
Marcia, we will hold you in the light and walk with you as we welcome you as a consociate of this CSJ community and affirm the sacred call within you.
Thank you.
We will hold you in the light and walk with you. Come into the light of God. We will face your fears with you. We will share your dreams with you. Come into the light of God.
Next, I invite Allison Connolly Vetter to make her commitment. Allison, what are you seeking and what do you bring? Oh, wait, Allison, we can't hear you. Sorry, technical.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Great. As a consociate with the Sisters of St. Joseph, I seek first and foremost accountability to living out the charism. When I encountered the sisters during my St. Joseph Worker Program year in 2015, I fell in love with the inclusive, justice-seeking spirituality and authentic community life. Now, 7 years later, I'm still powerfully drawn to the charism of the sisters. I seek to continue moving towards the love of God and love of neighbor without distinction, in deep and committed relationship with the sisters, St. Joseph workers, consociates, and the whole family of Joseph in St. Paul and beyond. I also seek a robust and nourishing spiritual community. It can be challenging to find a spiritual space in which I can rest and be held as my full self. I'm always moved by the gorgeous liturgy and ritual of the CSJ community, the meaningful and engaging retreats and spiritual programming, and unique intergenerational connections with deeply faithful community members. I seek to participate more fully in the spiritual and ritual life of the CSJ community, and to be sustained by the prayerful, sacred spaces which are created here. And I bring gifts of creativity, theological education, and leadership to the CSJ community. I've been blessed to serve this community already as a St. Joseph Worker and later member of the St. Joseph Worker Alumni Council, as a planner and leader of the 2023 Stirring the Fire Retreat, and a presenter on disability theology for Hedgerow and Wisdom Ways. I will continue offering my areas of expertise in theology and especially disability theology to the community through educational or liturgical opportunities. I also bring knowledge of best practices for accessibility on disability inclusion, which I've been privileged to offer to the CSJ Federation, and will offer that knowledge to this community as well. I also bring my experience in faith formation and community building with children, youth, young adults, and families. I am passionate about continuing to embrace young adults, including St. Joseph workers, as leaders in the life of the CSJ community, and will put my energy and time towards building relationships with these young people. I'm also committed to including kids and youth of all ages, along with parents and grandparents in our family of Joseph. My connection with parents and young parents with young children especially reveal over and over again a true need for community support and nourishment, and I believe that the CSJ community can help fill those needs. In return, I believe that children and youth will bring gifts of play, joy, curiosity, and creativity, which will bless our community. Lastly, I bring my deep and ongoing belief in the hope, the truth, and the prophetic witness that the CSJ community has to offer the world. I believe to my core that the charism of the CSJs and the leadership of this community is transformative, nourishing, and absolutely necessary for the society in which we live. I bring my confidence in the power of this community to my new relationship as a consociate, and I bring that confidence in the power of this community to every other aspect of my life.
Allison, will you commit yourself to live the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet and Consociates, to love God and neighbor without distinction in the context of your life and responsibilities?
I will.
Allison, we will hold you in the light and walk with you as we welcome you as a consociate of this CSJ community.
We will hold you in the light and walk with you. Come into the light of God. We will face your fears with you. We will share your dreams with you. Come into the light of God.
I invite Angela Cotta to make her commitment. Angela, what are you seeking, and what do you bring?
I am so grateful to be publicly making this commitment tonight. As a consociate of the St. Paul province, I seek to bring the mission of moving always toward the profound love of God and neighbor without distinction to my corner of the world as a woman of faith, as lay ecclesial minister in the church, and as hospital chaplain here in Phoenix, Arizona. As chaplain, I accompany those experiencing a variety of emotional and spiritual distresses. I seek to integrate our mission of love without distinction into my role of accompaniment. To this community, I bring the love of God, church, and mission, and I do so with compassion, curiosity, and creativity. With the gift of being an empathetic listening presence to others, I can be an advocate and someone who holds space for pain, suffering, and challenge. I will offer the push to this community to get out of its comfort zone and hope that will be reciprocated. Getting out of our comfort zones is how we create change. I express my sincerest gratitude to Sister Chris Ludwig for being my companion during these last 2 years of discernment, and to my cohort for being fully present on this journey we made together. To Joan Polly Schneider, Andrea Tandy, and the entire Sisters of St. Joseph community, thank you for embracing my whole self and creating space for me within this community. It means so much to remain connected to this community, even though life and my vocational calling have drawn me away from the Twin Cities. To my friends Travis, Lou, and Mary, thank you for being here tonight and for your constant encouragement. My friendships with each of you are great gifts. Blessings to everyone this special night. Thank you.
Angela, will you commit yourself to live the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet and Consociates, to love God and neighbor without distinction in the context of your life and responsibilities?
I will.
Angela, we will hold you in the light and walk with you as we welcome you as a consociate of this CSJ community and affirm this sacred call within you.
We will hold you in the light and walk with you. Come into the light of God. We will face your fears with you. We will share your dreams with you. Come into the light of God.
I invite Hillary Freeman to make her commitment.
You're going to ask me my questions?
I am. I was waiting for your picture to show up here. Hillary, keeping me on track. What are you seeking and what do you bring?
Well, the question for me is not what do I seek, because that's just not a question I would ask myself. I resonate more to the prayer found in the ELCA worship book. Lord God, you have called your servants to ventures of which we cannot see the ending. Give us faith to go out with the good courage, not knowing where we go, but only that your hand is leading us and your love supporting us. As many of you know, I love trains, especially steam trains. And I'm not derailing this question, but the image I have is that we get on this train of life and God is the conductor. And sometimes God drops us at destinations we had not planned. Clearly, this nice Jewish girl speaking to you tonight did not have a Catholic destination on my boarding pass. This is where God has brought me, and therefore here I am. Again, the question of what do I bring is an odd question to ask a Jew, because we understand ourselves in the context of community. The question for me is, how does the community of which I am a part support each other, nourish each other, and challenge one another? Because challenging is just as important as supporting and nourishing. In the April Give Us This Day, which I read every morning, Andrew Davis, writing in the octave of Easter within the words, talked about a class he has co-taught on the Psalms with a rabbi. Andrew Davis talks about how the Catholic and Jewish students read one psalm and then discuss it in small group. He states, and I quote, "Through these conversations over a shared sacred text, the students discover points of conversion and diversion in our traditions." That is a hope, and that has been what I have experienced over these last 2 years. I believe that as a Jew who was raised with the teaching of Tikkun Olam, for those of you who don't speak Hebrew, it means repairer of the world. My worldview is very consistent with the charism of the CSJs. The term Tikkun Olam is understood as an idea that Jews are called to make the world more just, peaceful, tolerant, and equal through acts of charity, kindness, and political action. I think this sounds very familiar to all the consociates and everyone else within the CSJ community. This resonates so clearly with the charism of love of God and love of neighbor without distinction. As a Jew in a Catholic community, I think that both communities grow when encountering the other. Our differences allow new insights and a shifting of paradigms of how to understand Scripture and how we are called to make a difference in the world. I especially want to thank Rosemary, who has been my companion over these last 2 years. I don't think her hair is any more gray, but it might be. And I want to say tonight what a blessing it is to be invited to be part of this community. Thanks be to God who has brought me on the train to this community. Amen.
Hillary, will you commit yourself to live the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet and Consociates, to love God and neighbor without distinction in the context of your life and responsibilities?
I will.
Hillary, we will hold you in the light and walk with you as we welcome you as a consociate of this CSJ community and affirm this sacred call within you.
We will hold you in the light and walk with you. Come into the light of God. We will face your fears with you. We will share your dreams with you. Come into the light of God.
I invite Aaliyah Engman to make her consociate commitment. Aaliyah, what are you seeking and what do you bring?
It is so wonderful to be here with you all. Because I'm a bit of a storyteller, I want to tell you a story about homecoming. It's been a long time since I walked into a place that felt like home, quite like it does coming back to St. Paul. In a similar way, becoming a consociate feels like confirming something that has been true in my heart for a long time. It feels like coming home. My journey to become a consociate, you could say, began when I became a St. Kate's student about 12 years ago now. I was regaled with stories of Mother Antonia and the courageous, witty, and no-nonsense sisters that founded the school. After graduation in 2015, I spent a year in the Justice Office as a St. Joseph worker. I got to know more. I got to meet the rock star sisters, consociates, friends of St. Joseph and Agrégés, whose stories had captured my heart and my imagination. I became familiar with sharing of the heart, the works of the sisters across the Twin Cities and beyond, and all the wonderful network of people that make up this community. I said at the foundation meeting once that I was going to get the charism tattooed on my arm, and I might still do that. I don't know if that's a threat or a promise. After my year as a St. Joseph worker, life took a turn. I traveled to Berkeley to study for a master's in biblical studies. I expanded my understanding of the world and my neighbors. I realized I was bi and queer. And my world continued to expand again and again. I held that seed of social justice in my heart and wondered constantly, what am I doing? Is this the right path? I visited Taizé and found God not in the church, but in the rolling countryside that wasn't that different from the fields here in Minnesota. I visited a church in every city I went to and lit candles in front of the statue of St. Joseph. You've been in my prayers. When I took a year off school, I moved back home with my parents who had left Minnesota for Sitka, Alaska. Home was a place I'd never been before. I fell in love with Sitka, and then to my own surprise, I fell in love with a man I met there. Gus is with me now on his first trip to Minnesota, and he tells me that a lot of who I am is suddenly in context now that we're here. There have been other journeys. I have found my anger and my joy in so many new ways, and it has been a blessing to be able to come back here, to come back home, and be welcomed in all the ways I have been taken apart and all the ways I have become new. I come seeking what I've always sought with this community: deep spirituality, right action, and fellowship. I bring my work as a theologian and a writer, my music, and my abiding love for God and neighbor without distinction. I hope to live that truth into the world wherever I am, participating with the community from afar and from close, strengthened by the knowledge that my heart is always kept safe here in this community. Thank you.
Aaliyah, will you commit yourself to live the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet and Consociates, to love God and neighbor without distinction, in the context of your life and responsibilities?
I will.
Aaliyah, we will hold you in the light and walk with you as we welcome you as a consociate of this CSJ community and affirm this sacred call within you.
We will hold you in the light and walk with you. Come into the light of God. We will face your fears with you. We will share your dreams with you. Come into the light of God.
I invite Anne Melendez to make her commitment. Anne, what are you seeking and what do you bring?
Dear sisters and friends, I seek ways to live a life of service to others, to walk with those who are suffering and grieving, to speak up when I witness injustice, to listen with compassion to the stories of others, to always find the beauty in life, to be present when I encounter a friend or a stranger, to be mindful of my words and actions, to value and love all sentient beings, to celebrate in the joy of others, to hold the hand of the dying, and to be a voice for the voiceless. I strive to move towards the places and people that are forgotten and suffering, where the weeds are overgrown, where there are more storms than sun, where the hands that till the soil are wrinkled and eyes are full of pain and tears. It is here, in that place where suffering and injustice exist, that I hope to bring respite and beauty. I hope to bring compassion, love, and justice. As I begin my journey as a consociate with the Sisters of St. Joseph, I am here with an open heart. I am here to share my gifts of creativity, advocacy, and compassion. I am here to join you in the work of justice and in loving God and neighbor without distinction. And I tried to make it through without crying. I just want to dedicate this to my Father in heaven.
Anne, will you commit yourself to live the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet? You got me choked up, hold on. Of Carondelet and Consociates, to love God and neighbor without distinction in the context of your life and responsibilities?
I will.
And we will hold you in the light and walk with you as we welcome you as a consociate of the CSJ community and affirm this sacred call within you.
We will hold you in the light and walk with you. Come into the light of God. We will face your fears with you. We will share your dreams with you. Come into the light of God.
That was beautiful. There have been many people in the community who have served as supporters and advocates for these new consociates as they navigated candidacy. Thank you to the members of the contact team, including Chuck Kozlik-Bow, Mary Kay Menninger, and Christine Trainer. Special thanks to all those who have served as companions, including Chris Ludwig, Mary Lagarde, Mary Tracy O'Keefe, Rosemary Curran, Mary Louise Menenheim, Ann Hanahan, Barbara McElwam, and Joan Mitchell. Thank you for all the time and intention that you invested in these candidates throughout their journey of candidacy. Would all the companions and members of the contact team please stand where you are in the chapel or at home so that we can offer you our blessing.
May the lover of all life sustain you. May the shepherd of each heart protect you. May the fire and grace of the Spirit's breath enliven your step and inspire you to walk in beauty.
And we have one more person to thank that's important. I have 3 sentences to say this. You may or may not know that Joan Polly Schneider will be retiring this summer. So this will be her last May 1st ritual. And she has been with the CSJ community for more than 20 years. So we will miss you, Joan. That's all I'll say for now, but we'll miss you.
I'm going to sing for you. May the lover of our lives sustain you. May the shepherd of each heart protect you. May the fire and grace of the Spirit's breath enliven your step and inspire you to walk in beauty.
Would our new consociates please stand where you are, both here in our chapel and at home? And would all who are gathered remain seated, but extend both hands in blessing? Loving God, we rejoice in the warmth of your gaze and the tenderness of your love. We ask your blessing on these new consociates of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet and consociates.
May they be filled this day and always with the wisdom, grace, and guidance of your Spirit, the challenge of our mission, and the love and support of this community.
Shine onward and be a light for our world. Take in whatever God places before you and enjoy, radiate love and light as you live this call entrusted to your care.
May the lover of our lives sustain you. May the shepherd of each heart protect you. May the fire and grace of the Spirit's breath enliven your step and inspire you to walk in beauty.
I invite you all to stand as you are able. Loving God, we now ask your blessing on all who have gathered here this day.
May we, like Joseph the worker, cherish the simple joys of everyday life.
May we undertake with generous hearts whatever you ask of us.
May we together continue to move always towards the profound love of you and the love of each neighbor without distinction.
And let the community say, Amen. And sing.
My soul cries out with a joyful shout that the God of my heart is great, and my spirit sings of the wondrous things that you bring to the ones who wait. You fixed your sight on your servant's plight, and my weakness you did not spurn. So from east to west shall my name be blessed, could the world be about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, that the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Though I am small, my God, my all, you work great things in me, and and your mercy will last from the depths of the past to the end of the age to be. Your very name puts the proud to shame, and to those who would for you yearn, you will show your might, put the strong to flight, for the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. From the halls of power to the fortress tower, not a tomb will be left on stone. Let the king beware, for your justice tears every tyrant from his throne. The hungry poor shall weep no more for the food they can never earn. There are tables spread, every mouth be fed, for the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. Though the nations rage from age to age, we remember who holds us fast. God's mercy must deliver us from the conqueror's crushing grasp. This saving word that our forebears heard is the promise which holds us bound, till the spear and rod can be crushed by God, who is turning the world around. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn. My heart shall sing of the day you bring, let the fires of your justice burn. Wipe away all tears, for the dawn draws near, and the world is about to turn.
Please join us for a reception in room 105 of Carondelet Center following our ritual. As you leave the chapel, dancing or prancing, follow a crowd and go to your left. Before we depart, though, let us offer each other, from wherever we are, a sign of peace.
Peace, peace, sisters and brothers.
Peace to all.
Peace.
Peace. Peace to you all.
Peace, friends.
Welcome, Angela.
Peace, everybody. Peace, everyone.
Peace
Welcome.
Be with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Lou. Hi, Hillary.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you.
Good to see
Hi,
you.
Lou.
Hi, Lou.
Hi, Fran. Welcome to everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Judy and Kay.
Hi,
Angela.
Hillary. Congratulations.
Mary Ellen.
Thank you.
Hi, Carol.
Hello, hello.
That was great. It was
Congratulations. Right.
Nice tie, George.
Hello,
Yeah.
Mary Noble,
Oh.
if you can hear me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Good.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Lou.
Hi, Mary. And
you
congratulations, Angela.
Mhm.
Congratulations,
you.
Allison. All of you, congratulations.
Congratulations, Angela.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
You did a great job, Angela.
Yeah, nice job.
Thank you, Lou.
Hi,
Thank you for
Very
being
Rosemary.
Very good.
Uh,
All right. Peace, folks. Have a good evening. Thank you.
have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Kathleen.